If you had a magic wand and you could change or fix just one thing in your life, what would it be? Many of you already have an answer. As soon as you heard the question, boom, you knew exactly what you would change. And for others, maybe you had a long list of items that you would change and you didn't know which one you would change first. Maybe it was too hard to change just that one thing. Well, I want to introduce you to a method that is going to help you to not exactly change the thing that you want to change or fix the thing that you want to fix. However, this method is going to help alleviate some of the pain and the stress and the anger and the frustration you may be feeling. Now, the technique I'm going to show you is called EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of why this works, but I am going to put some links to different resources in the description area down below. But right now, I want to give you this tool. I want to give you this method because with the holidays approaching, I know that many of you are finding yourself in situations where your grief is overwhelming and your sadness is overwhelming, and that feeling of being disconnected and alone is almost too much to bear. So while I can't change those situations for you, I can give you a tool and a method that will help you to ease the pain and maybe even find a source of comfort and peace. So the very first thing that I want you to do is I want you to think of the situation that's bothering you. And once you have that situation in mind, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to get in tune with the feeling that you are feeling. Good. And now that you have that feeling, I want you to label that emotion. What is it that you're feeling? What would you call this emotion? Is it sadness? Is it emptiness? Is it frustration? Is it a form of pain? What is it that you're feeling? Maybe it's a mix of emotions. Maybe it's something that you can't quite label, but do your best. Good. So now that we know what emotion you're working with, I want you to get in tune with your body and ask yourself, are you feeling tension from this emotion, or are you feeling exhaustion and numbness from this emotion? Because whenever we have an emotional response to something, we usually find one of two things. Either we are incredibly tense and we're stressed and we can feel that energy in our shoulders and our back and in our stomach and several different areas within our body, or we feel absolutely exhausted and depleted. And our body may actually feel somewhat loose, but we feel like we don't have the energy to make any type of physical movement. So just ask yourself, which of these two experiences are you feeling in your body? Is it tension? Is everything tight? Is it exhaustion? Everything's loose and you have no energy for any physical momentum. Okay, good. So now that we have the emotion and now that we know how it is affecting you, I want to show you how you can use a very simple method to work through those emotions. So remember I asked you at the beginning of this if you had a magic wand. Well, I want to show you that you do have magic. You do have a wand, and this wand is going to be your fingers. I like to use 2 fingers for this technique, but as you learn how to do it on yourself, you may choose to use 1, you may choose to use 3, maybe you choose to use all your fingers. Doesn't really matter, but your fingers are going to be your wand. And now we need to cast the spell, right? Which is really setting the intention. And I am going to walk you through a method in which you will be tapping on different meridian points on your upper body. And I'm going to teach you the chant, the spell, the words to say to alleviate some of the pain and the pressure that you're feeling. So I'm going to walk you through a segment that is going to help you to deal with the tension. Now, if you chose exhaustion, then that will be the second segment that I will have in this video, and I will have a timestamp for that in the description area down below. So be sure that you check the description area if you want to jump over to that. But first, let me show you the technique. So you're going to take your wand, which is your finger, 2 fingers, right? And you're going to tap with me on these different points. We're going to keep it very, very simple. Now, if you're familiar with EFT, you may be saying to yourself, Nicole, there are far more points than just these, and I agree with you. But these are the ones we're going to focus on because we want to keep this simple, okay? So, once again, feeling that emotion of frustration, sadness, anger, whatever it is, allowing that to come to the surface, focusing on that emotion, and asking yourself how it is affecting your physical body. Where is the tension? Breathe into that. Good. Okay, so I want you to continue to breathe, and I'm going to walk you through the enchantment, okay? So, I'm going to use the word frustration as the emotion point, as the emotion label. If you're feeling something other than frustration, I want you to change that word. So if you feel anger, say anger. If you feel sadness, say sadness. If you feel emptiness, say emptiness, okay? And then the rest of it you can pretty much follow along with. So here we go. This frustration, it's almost too much to bear. It's causing so much tension in my body. I can feel it. I can feel it. So much tension. So much frustration. I can feel it. I can feel the tension. I can feel the frustration. I can feel this tension and frustration in my body. And I'm letting it go. And I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. This frustration, I'm letting it go. This tension, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. This tension, this frustration, I'm letting it go. I'm allowing it to leave. I give it permission to leave. I have felt all this frustration, all this tension, and I'm giving myself permission to let it go. I don't need to punish myself. I don't need to punish myself. I don't need to live in this emotion. I don't need to live in this tension. I'm letting it go. 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 Good, now stop and take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. So how do you feel now? You might still feel frustrated or sad or angry, but maybe you've noticed that the tension isn't as bad. Maybe you've noticed the emotion isn't as bad. And that's what we want. We want that tension to release. We want those emotions to release so that you can open up to more positive emotions, right? We want you to open up to more productive energy and productive emotions and a healthier body, right? And the way that we can allow ourselves to have that is by acknowledging what we feel and giving ourselves permission to let those feelings go. And if they don't go completely, that's okay. We can at least do some work so that they aren't as strong, they aren't as prevalent. All right. So now we're going to do a similar tapping round. And this is for those of you who chose exhaustion as the physical sensation in your body. Okay, so taking your wand and getting ready to cast your spell and say your enchantment. Follow along with me. This frustration, this exhaustion, I feel it in my body. This frustration makes me so exhausted that I can't do anything. My body is fatigued. My mind is fatigued. I'm exhausted. And I'm frustrated. I'm exhausted. I feel frustrated. And I'm letting it go. 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 This frustration, this exhaustion, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go so that I can make room for more peace in my life, for some wholeness in my life, for productivity in my life. So this frustration, this exhaustion, I know that these don't serve me. At one point they did. Now they do not. So I honor these emotions. I honor this exhaustion. I thank them for they are a part of me. And now I'm letting them go. And now I'm letting them go. This exhaustion, I'm letting it go. This frustration, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I forgive myself. And I'm letting it go. I forgive myself. I'm letting it go. I forgive. I'm letting it go. 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 Now good. Stop and take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. And as you do this exercise, you might find that different emotions start to come up. You may find yourself crying. You may find that it's really hard to let these emotions go and the experience of these emotions, because in your heart of hearts, there is something special about having these emotions. Maybe you feel as if you deserve to be punished. Maybe you feel that holding on to these emotions and having these emotions represent how important something is to you, and it is allowing you to hold on to a memory or energy of something that was precious. And while that may be how your mind is rationalizing these emotions and sensations, you also know that you cannot be your best self, and you cannot help others, and you cannot be productive, and you cannot hold on to memories with warmth and with joy and the gratitude they deserve if you're also holding on to emotions that are causing tension and exhaustion within the body. So allow yourself to do this exercise as often as is necessary. And I also want to bring up one other thing. When we talk about I am letting it go, this is such an important phrase because it means you're allowing something to leave. You're not holding it captive, right? You're not saying this emotion must stay here. You're saying I am letting it go, right? It's a choice. I'm letting it go. And sometimes when we give an emotion or an experience a choice, it chooses to stick around for a while because there may be other aspects there that we still need to feel and heal. So if that emotion and if that exhaustion is still with you, that's okay. Hopefully it has at least lessened, right? It's not as strong. And if it isn't, if there's no change, go back through this and do it again and change the emotion that you named. If you were saying frustration along with me and you weren't feeling frustration, maybe that's one of the reasons this didn't work. So you can change the name of the emotion from frustration to anger to sadness, just like what we talked about earlier. Play with different labels and see which one starts to give you a feeling of release. And remember, you're letting it go, right? And you may even want to say at some point in the tapping, I give this permission, I'm letting it go. I give this permission to go, right? So play with the words a little bit. Make this your practice. So be proud of yourself, my friends. You learned a new skill. And even if you were already familiar with EFT, maybe you just learned a different way to tweak it and to make it yours. And that's when energy medicine can be powerful, when we make it ours, when we tailor it to suit our needs, because every person, every situation is different. And so sometimes we need to play with things a little bit so we can tailor it and customize it to our own specific needs. You did a wonderful job today. I am so proud of you. If you would like to share your experience with this exercise, I would like to invite you to do so simply by placing a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.